One good thing about music, when it hits, you feel no pain. And that is a quote from Robert Nesta Marley, aka Bob Marley, and this quote addresses one of the main reasons I created Hippie Fari, the beautiful life-changing message of reggae music. It was created for social change, and its message is as strong today as it was in the 60s when the first reggae records were released in Jamaica. So welcome to another episode of Hippie Fari Reggae Radio and Podcast, recorded live in the Omen Honey Reggae Radio and Media Studios in beautiful, let's see, not Daytona Beach anymore like I used to always say, beautiful Ocala National Forest, Florida. And take a second and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hop right over to Hippie Fari YouTube, hit that subscribe button, and hop right back. And I'm your host, Scotty the High Strung Hippie, and Hippie Fari is a podcast where we discuss all things reggae. So if reggae music is your thing, you're in the right place. And it's awesome, I say if reggae music is your thing, but also if reggae art is your thing, you're definitely in the right place. And tonight we have a very special guest in the studio. We are joined by the creative force behind Liquid Vision's art, a visionary artist whose work blends reggae culture, recycled materials, and spiritual energy into powerful visuals that resonate with musicians and fans alike. His art isn't just seen, it is certainly felt. Through Reiki frequency healing and deep love for the reggae scene, he's creating high vibration pieces that tell a story and serve a purpose. We'll explore this journey, his creative process, and why he believes in never giving up on your dreams, your passion, or your purpose. Folks, go ahead and join me in welcoming Mr. Steve Makosch to the studio. Steve, what's up, brother?
Dude, thank you, Scotty, Hippie Fari, everyone out there, man. This is a cool blessing, definitely. Appreciate you big time, and thanks for being on here, everybody.
100%, man. Thank you for coming on. Definitely fantastic, and it's really cool. I always interview bands. Always interview artists. But when I say artists, a lot of it's musical. But you are an absolutely incredible artist of the the paint and canvas or whatever mediums you use. You're not the the normal bands I have on here. You represent the scene and Rastafari and reggae music through actual artwork, and it's a beautiful thing, man. I've seen your stuff. It is by far phenomenal. This is not some hobby shop stuff, guys. This is incredible artwork, no lie. But yeah, so thank you so much for coming on, man. We're definitely stoked to have you here in the studio, man. So why don't you go ahead and kind of start us from the beginning, Steve, man? How did your journey as an artist begin? Was it always connected to music, or were you an artist and then kind of music came in and just kind of filled that void? And
So actually, I've produced music for, oh my gosh, since '95.
nice,
So
right on.
40, I don't even know the math on that. 30 years. So yeah, I've been
Yeah,
doing that for a little while. Many studios, stuff like that. Produced a bunch of albums.
nice.
I actually have a little quiet piece that we did with a cool band called Cashed Out. So we're waiting to release
Yeah,
that one. I'm excited for it. And it's started with the music, obviously. I always had loud stairs. I was 17 years old with the 12s. I was really
yeah,
into the music, feeling it, like, because it was loud and you feel it. It vibrates right through. So the cool part was that got me into making the music. I want to make that. So it's always
yes, beautiful.
drive, right? And that just, hey, it's exciting, it's passion, and you go for it. So did that for 30 years. And about 3 years ago, I was working on a project. You know them green bike lanes that you see on the roads?
Certainly.
So I was working on a project with the Florida DOT. I come from, and I'm an engineer, a chemist. I've had multi-million dollar companies that manufactured all those white and yellow lines on the road.
Yeah,
Uh,
nice.
so that's my background. So and that's why Liquid Visions is fixing to just roar with some new stuff. However,
That's beautiful.
with that FDOT project, I used resin and recycled crushed glass because I was making it safer for people. Because I have a motorcycle too, and when it rains, they were just using straight epoxy, and it gets
Sure.
slick, really slick.
Yes.
So I did
It's
a
like a
pop.
surfboard with no wax, right?
Yeah, you're gonna feel it.
Yeah.
You know, so definitely improved that. Worked on that project, and I was in my lab making the different tints of green. And I come in one morning into my lab, and they were all petri dishes on the windowsill,
Right.
and then basically I seen the light come through that morning. I'm like, oh, that looks freaking cool. So I take
Nice.
it home. I find a broken piece of glass out of anything I could have got. I found a piece of glass that was busted, smeared it on there, colored it, and everything I do is from scratch.
Sure.
You know,
Beautiful.
so, and that's how that started. I woke up the next morning, I had to let it cure and hold it up in the light as the sun's rising, dude. And it was like, wow. And that's
That's
how it
awesome.
started. Yep.
That's beautiful, man. So I love the fact that you're DIY. I do Rasta art and stuff. Nothing even close compared to what you do. But
We're all good. It doesn't matter.
yeah, man.
It just we all are equal in it, and that's how I run it. Is with these shows and artists and everything, it's everyone's equal. I'm trying to pull everyone together is my goal. But anyway,
Yes.
back to the
Yeah,
questions
that's
at hand.
yes. Yeah, no, and that's why you're on here too, because the Hippie Fari quote, the quote that defines our podcast is strengthen unity, build your community.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about, man. It is about bringing people together, being that epoxy, that resin, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
that holds everyone together. So that's a beautiful thing, man. So, speaking of that, what kind of led you to specifically working like with musicians, and even more specifically, why reggae music?
Well, so in 1982, I went the first time to Jamaica, and with
Nice,
my
right on.
family. I was 7 years old, and
Yeah, right.
so I just told my age.
Yeah. You're a couple years older than me, but we're getting up there, buddy. It's
Yeah,
all
yeah.
right.
Hey, we live life and we love it. So, but anyway, my dad was a huge reggae fan,
Nice,
and so obviously for me doing hip hop, it was just it's always been in there. Reggae was always, but I didn't
beautiful.
really get into the scene hard. Maybe like 5 6 years when Stick Figure kind of started coming out.
Sure.
So,
Okay.
probably 10 years, and just kind of got back, loved that Cali vibe, but
Yeah,
obviously I
yeah.
was very true to the original roots, the Tosh,
Yes, me too. Oh yeah.
all the originals, that's what I knew. Prince Farai, right? If you
Yes, yes.
Farai is cool. But anyway, yeah, so the way it all happened was I was making art. I have art in a gallery here in St. Augustine and businesses and all over the place. And it I was doing art and I've always said I want to know these guys. I listen
Yeah,
literally. Now, this is no lie. Anybody that knows me, I listen to reggae every single day. It's
me too,
on my
brother.
TV. I don't watch,
Me too, brother.
really. My TV's playing, reggae. That's it.
Yes,
Sugar Shack,
amen.
all of it. So it was like, and I was going through. I had that company I was telling you about. I'm just gonna say it like this: it was taken from me. Okay,
Right.
we're talking millions. My father passed away, and everything was locked up, and it was a mess. He had no will. So, long story short, I in one day lost my wife. My son went to the Navy for boot camp for a year, and my father passes away, and I lose the company. This was all
Oh,
two
brother.
years ago. So, yeah. So you're like, what just happened? I had like
Right.
a great life, and now it's gone. And I was like, I started doing art, but not the liquid vision style. I was using canvas and stuff, and it was therapy. When you get dealt a heavy, heavy hit like that,
Yes.
I have
Sure.
patent and stuff like that. All of it, it's gone. It's like I'm like, what? So anyway, um, you know, you're at that crossroads in life where you have to make a very definitive, you have to look inside yourself and say, I can go down this road or I can go down this road.
Yep.
Okay. And I didn't want to go down that road, go to the bars every night, get trashed and all that stuff. And you know what I mean? And I dipped in it for a second, you know, but I was like, the reggae came back, you know,
Amen.
and I'm like, oh my goodness, here we go. And I just bought a boat. So obviously,
Yeah.
hey, we're good, right? So yeah, I
Beautiful.
it saved my life, and I wanted to meet these guys because they're pounding their messages in my ears every
Yes.
day. And when I'm struggling through life struggles and
Yeah.
emotions and all that, right? This is
Yep.
why it's, you know, I look at the crowd and I see it's an older crowd always because they're
Yeah.
wiser. They've been
Sure.
through that crap,
Sure.
right? So
Sure.
they know
Yep.
what these words mean, and that this is what I'm trying to tell the musicians is like, guys, you're saving people's lives. I love you.
Yeah.
I thank you with everything I got, and this is my gift from the fans, me and everyone. Like you guys, this is your trophy from the fans.
Nice.
This is
I
not
like that.
just, you know, it means something there. I always put intention behind everything and really
Yes.
think
Yes.
things through, research the artist, feel their vibe. You know, energy. I work a lot of energy stuff, and
Yes. Yes.
you know, I'm into that different, you know,
Us
whatever.
too.
Yeah, hey,
I know where you're going.
it's scientifically, we are vibrations, we are
Yes.
frequencies.
Yes,
Frequencies
we are.
heal, frequencies do a lot of things. So
Yes.
when you get into the whole science behind things, like the Superman piece we'll talk about later, and I'll show you guys. Oh,
I can't wait to see it.
that's a super treat. So this was made for the movie. I got to actually take it to the he is the stuntman for actually Superman. He's in that movie. It's crazy. So anyway, I got to bring it to his house. Long story, but let's go back to the next question.
Yes, sir. Right on, man. Thank you so much. And I really, really have to touch on something real quick, man. I love how you make it a collective piece from the fans to the band. You
Mhm.
know, you're not like it's
I
from me to you. You're like this is from the fans to the band. How you kind of include
always, and I
the
need that
collective
whenever I
consciousness into your
require it.
pieces.
I'm
Yes.
sorry to cut you off, but I
No, no, no.
require it because so my staple and my signature has been while the band is playing, and I have a lot of footage of all these
Yep.
happening. Started with Collie Buds, my man.
Mhm.
If that's a whole nother story, I love the dude. So anyway, is as I'm carrying through, I always start dead center all the way in the back, hold
Yeah.
the piece up, and I walk
Yep.
through the crowd and their reactions. Man, if you know, sometimes I wish I had a can or a
Yeah.
microphone or something because they're
Well,
like,
the next
"What
time, the,
the
the next
hell
time
is
I'll
that?"
follow you
Yeah, they just go
with
like
that.
they're mesmerized. They're like they don't understand what they're looking at, and it's just like, but it's badass, right?
Yeah.
So the energy that those people and they're cheering and they're singing along as I'm walking through the crowd, it is embedding into that piece of artwork. That's
Sure.
frequency. That's
Yep.
science. You
That's
know, people
consciousness,
might be,
baby.
oh, that's crazy. Okay, well,
Nope.
science proves it. I even
Yes,
have
certainly.
for Superman where we put amp meters on the glass in a special facility and it shows the meter going. So
Yes.
it's fact. But
Yes.
anyway, that's why
Absolutely.
it's important to include them because they, as I do, have felt those emotions with these certain songs from these bands and all that. So we are all connected. That's another fact, truth.
Yes.
We
Amen.
are all united and connected, whether you
We
like it or
certainly
not.
are.
So
Yep.
that I and you know, everybody knows when you go to a concert, especially a reggae concert, you are elevated. Your vibes,
Yeah.
everybody's like tuning forks, and when everybody's all
Yes.
happy, and then it just moves through the whole crowd, and that's why
Yep.
I love it. It's like, oh, I
Yes.
get healing, right? Because the love I feel and just the vibe, and then don't even talk about meeting the actual band and hanging out, that blows your mind. Like your heart just explodes.
Certainly, yeah.
Just have so much. I mean, it is healing beyond belief. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's
It's
absolutely
addictive.
fantastic, man. Yes, and the collective energy and the yeah, universal consciousness, and yes, 100% is. It's a very real thing, man.
Totally.
So and energy is everything. It's a beautiful thing. It's what we are. You know, they always say we're just energy living the human experience. You know. So what? You mentioned Collie Buds. Was that your first? Was that like your first piece that you presented to a reggae band or to a
Yeah.
reggae artist?
Oh, yeah. So this is a cool story. First
Yeah, I was just gonna say, how did that come about, man?
All right, so I had just finished this really cool piece, that one of them that I actually gave him, and it was like a Rasta smoke, but translucent, Rasta colors, and I just finished it, and I got in my car, and I'm cruising, and I'm always jamming in my car. It's always like everybody knows me. I'm cranking,
Right?
and so I'm vibing, and a week prior to that, I had got the Collie Buds tickets. So I'm like, oh shoot, I got tickets. All right, I'm going, and his song had come on. And
Nice.
man, it was like something flew against my windshield as I'm driving. And I could see it done, that piece that I just made, and his logo right on it. Like it was like a leaf that blew
Oh,
my
dope. I hear you.
and I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to do this. Heck yeah.
Right.
And I want to meet him, right?
Yes.
Why not? Like you just dream, you manifest, right?
Yes.
Because
Manifest.
in
Absolutely.
that moment, I was like, and I had to think about as I was driving, because that's when I do my thinking and crank the music, listen to the messages, and then apply it to my life. And I was like, I I just I just want to show this dude some serious love, like just, and he probably still doesn't understand it, like what it really, feels like. And
Right.
by being so pure in that thought process is why it was effortless.
Yeah.
Um, because when I made it, I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this. I made two actually. I wanted him to have one in his studio and then one that he could do with whatever,
Beautiful.
even give it away, whatever,
Sure.
And he thought, so going back to that, the guy's like, oh, he's not going to see anybody tonight in their merch. And I'm stressing, how am I even going to get in? I got these two big pieces of glass.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Security, and all that.
Yep.
And so they make me pull them out, and they're all like the whole place,
It was just like,
there's like
holy
seven
shit.
lines. Everybody's like, what am I looking at? And I'm holding
Yeah.
them, and the sun's coming right through it perfectly.
Oh, beautiful. Perfect
It
timing.
was like, oh, dude, divine. And they're like, yeah, yeah, okay. And I'm like, these are for him, and I'm trying to get these to him, blah, blah, blah. And they just escort me right to
That's
everybody.
beautiful.
And the venue, all the people that worked there were now like my team. They were
Yeah, dude, your crew, bro.
they were just like believed in it and they loved it and they were like, I've never seen nothing like this. This is crazy. But yeah, we agree. This needs to go to them. So long story short, it. They let me put it in the merch booth of Collie Buds. And
That's
it's
beautiful,
like, yeah,
man.
we'll hold him here, but I don't think he's gonna see you and all that, whatever.
Right.
And so he's about 4 songs in, and
Yep.
I'm like, never let another man's destiny dictate whether you can do something, right? Don't put
Amen.
you like, oh well, I need to wait for this to happen, then I can do this,
Yeah.
right?
Don't
I was
live
like,
somebody else's garment. Exactly.
I had a very strong instantaneous thought of that and said, go get the pieces and carry them up yourself. Like it
Nice.
was like, God's talking to you. Like it was just,
Yep.
it was there. It was like, okay, because you're in that flow state. You're just like, because you got so
Yep.
much love, man. You're vibrating high. You can pick things up. So I go over there to the merch. He's like, yeah. I'm like, let me get them pieces. He's like, all right, what are you going to do? I'm like, I'm going to walk him straight up there. He's like, damn, all right, good luck,
Go
dude.
for it, bro.
He's like, I want
Yeah.
to see this happen. This is kind of neat. So anyway, yeah, we go through and straight all the way straight up front. He's like sees them. He's like, what? And so he stops. He's like, dude, what are these? And I'm like, here, these are for you, man. And it's loud. You know, I'm showing you some love. These are for you. And he thought I asked if he would sign them and he was going to give them back.
Right.
And I'm like, no, 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 these are yours, man. This is for you, man. I'm trying to show you some love. And he's like, oh man, you know, and I have a lot of footage of that too.
That's
And
incredible.
yeah, and so after about 5 minutes later, you know, he's back on set, they're rolling, and somebody comes up. He's like, hey, he wants to see you after the show.
Ah,
Stand over there and we'll get you taken care of. And I'm like, no way. And because the other guy, his merch guy said he's not seeing anybody tonight. Period.
of course. Yep.
So you're,
Yep.
you know. So now I just defied all the odds.
Yeah.
And yeah, after the show, he's over there. He's like, yeah, tells the security, da da da, get him back there. So yeah, and he's like, you know, how many people you want to bring? And I have 4 of my buddies with me, die hard reggae heads.
Nice.
And they were like, "You guys want to go?" He's like, "Hell yeah!" They're all, of course, yeah. So,
Yeah. Right on.
long story short, we go back there, and and before that, he's like, "Yeah, Collie said take anything from the merch booth you want."
Oh, dope.
So I was like, "I'm gonna get a shirt and a hat, which is this one."
Nice. Hell yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And because I would have took more, but I
Yeah. No, I feel
cool. But so yeah, anyway, we went back and they had this whole private area with a bar and all that, and the whole band was there, and we talked for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and
Wow, man, you got some time in.
yeah, and it was cool. You know, we connected and kind of linked because of some similarities and stuff like that. You know, life events and whatnot. But yeah, so
Yeah.
it was you know, and that's me. I love talking deep to these guys. It's not like, oh
Yes.
man, and you know, it's like, nah, I like getting kind of a little deep, you know.
Yep.
And there's quite a few of them that recognize that, you know, that yeah. Some of them they're like, oh, I want to go chill with Steve because he's like
Right.
nice and mellow, chill, you know, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's so that was the first one, man, Collie Buds, and I hope he can see this. I've been trying to get to him. I was trying real hard at Point Break,
Right.
and just it didn't work out. But I wanted to tell him that story, like because if he would have never taken me in like that,
Yeah.
I probably would have never done another one. It wouldn't have made sense.
Exactly.
And
Yep.
the feeling that I got was the strongest feeling I've ever had damn near in my life.
Right. I feel you.
It was like the love and just the like, you know, and I was like proving to myself, could I really do this? When I was in driving that car and it slapped my windshield, I'm like, could I really do that?
Right.
You know? And I'm like, but yeah, you know, and it's funny, man. It's like I've worked with so many musicians, and I was like, oh, I want to meet a musician, but I want to see him at the bottom and watch him
Yeah.
explode, right?
Yeah.
And I'm
Oh,
working
yeah.
with artists that I've been working with 2 days after I thought that thought. I meet this guy, Sir Mike, and we've been working on a bunch of stuff, man, a lot. Videos,
That's right.
everything. That's one that's gonna be with Cashed Out.
Nice.
And so yeah, it's man, it's a wild trip. But it just I was like, I've been in the corporate, I've been in that whole world of that super. I was traveling all around the world. I mean, it was not really all that fun. You know, there's a
No,
lot of
I
stress.
feel you.
I had
Yes.
50 plus employees, you know, that you know counted on me and all that. So and then super big projects, new innovations, you know, all the kinds of stuff I was doing. So, you know, it's a different road. It is.
100%, man. And I can totally feel you on that. You know, same thing doing the podcast. It's one thing to be able to see a band, you know, but then, you know, I'm sitting in my living room, you know, a couple months ago, and I'm literally talking to Al Anderson, you know, Bob Marley's guitar player on my podcast. It's
Yeah,
definitely a spiritual feeling, you know what I mean? Because you're like, you know, there's one thing to hear it, you know, through the speakers. It's another thing to actually be talking to these people face to face on a personal
Yeah,
level, man.
because you
It is.
feel their spirit, their
Yeah,
essence.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
Al is
yeah,
exactly. He's so calm and cool and but
yes,
friendly and smile.
yes.
Just like he has that aura about him that it affects you. So
It's
that's the great
absolutely
part
amazing,
about
man.
face to face is awesome. Yeah.
Oh, 100%, man. So, do you have like any rituals or kind of like soundscapes that you kind of create while you're working? Like, there's certain artists or albums that you play to tap into the energy. You meditate, chanting, anything like that before you get
Um,
going, or you
I,
just go?
I meditate, but yeah. So typically, I'm always listening to reggae. Usually, like Cali Reggae Mix, Pandora, whatever. Um, is the slightly stupid, fortunate
Yeah,
youth, elevators, all the ones
sure.
that come up in that mix.
Yep.
Revolution. Can't forget them now. Ooh,
Yeah, no kidding, man.
I'm trying to get
Love,
into
love,
them
love.
so bad. I was like,
Yep.
oh, but anyway, it'll come. And
Oh, it's definitely coming, bro.
I hope so. Hey, all musicians that hear this, hit me up. Serious.
Yep. That stick one is absolutely dope too. So, but
Well,
that's
I'm
coming.
going to show you something late in a little bit. The actual one that was going to be sticks
Yeah.
is even sicker than that, and way huge. It's a
Really?
6 footer, yeah.
And the
And
one that I saw the
I
video on, it was like red, I think. Or did you have a red light behind it? You showed the one where it showed you walking out of your living room and it was in your backyard, sitting on the table, the
oh
stick
yeah,
figure one.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that was
It's a different one.
that blue and green ocean scene.
Okay, okay, that's it. Yeah, that's a different one that you're doing for them.
Well, no. So the story is, so I went to Point Break. Do we want to get into
Yeah,
that story right now? And then I can show
yeah,
you
yeah,
what
yeah,
was.
absolutely, man.
All right. We'll roll with it. So anyway, um, Virginia Beach, Point Break,
Great festival, by the way.
2025 is the scene. Yep, that's where we met.
Yep,
And so,
personally.
yes, yep.
Yep, yep, yep.
And so I made a piece. Chris Wheeler's a huge graffiti artist up in that area. Everybody knows him. He's connected to a lot of bands as well. And I was like, hey, I want to do this big piece for it, just like I did Rise Up and Spring Break
Yeah,
um, down in Daytona. I think you were there, right?
100%.
Yeah. And I was like, I want to capture everyone's signature. Like, this is
Yep,
the band's artist trophy, right? And that's kind of how Rise Up and those went. And the bands loved it. They were excited about it. Like, oh
yeah,
man, we're all signing this. Like, it was like the trophy piece for them. And it's a historical artifact. That's what I'm trying to give to these venues and stuff is like, hey, let's capture the moment. Why
right,
not? Right? Because
absolutely,
it down the road, it's going to mean something, especially to someone for sure.
certainly.
So that's what I wanted to do is let's do a Virginia Beach piece. But I want you, Chris Wheeler, to collaborate with me on it. I want to do mine and then have you do the graffiti on top of it.
Sick.
Man, it was sick.
Yeah,
It was I think one of the biggest ones I've done.
that's dope.
A little over 6 foot by 31 or something inches.
That's got to be heavy, man. How much does that weigh?
No, that's about that one because I used thinner glass. I'd say
Oh,
it's
okay.
40 pounds maybe.
All right, that's still a little heavy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, for a piece of art, absolutely.
That piece was sickening. If you scroll through my stuff, you'll see it.
Yep.
It's
Yeah,
got
and do everybody a favor real quick and spell your name out so people listening can go on your Insta and your Facebook page and scroll through your stuff.
yes, absolutely. And I'll give you the links afterwards. We can
Perfect.
go through.
Perfect.
So my Facebook is Steve Steve
Yep.
Makosch.
That's it. OSCH. So most people think Makosch, Makosh. No, it's a Makosch. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And
Yeah.
then the Insta is Stevan
Okay.
Makosch. There's no A.
Gotcha. Beautiful. All right, cool,
So
man.
yeah,
Yeah, because I know there's a lot of Steves out there, so people start typing in Steve,
yeah.
and they don't spell
There's
your
one.
last name correctly, they're gonna find the wrong person.
There's one impersonator. He's out of New York. So if you see mine, it looks just like mine, everything, but he's from New York, New York, and yeah, he's
It's not
trying to
you.
be me, I guess, or something. I don't know. So the one from
Hey,
St.
you know what they say,
Augustine,
man? I believe it is what's that quote, babe? When you basically copy someone, it's basically the biggest form of flattery. Imitation is the highest form of flattery. So if someone out there is trying to copy your style, man, I just be
well,
flattered, bro. That means that
hey, but don't mislead no one. You know what I'm saying?
no, absolutely
Don't be.
not, absolutely
Hey,
not.
I'm trying to spread a lot of love and positivity, so don't be doing nothing crazy,
Amen.
right? Make me look
Amen.
bad.
Amen.
So,
Yep, yep, yep. And I got a good feeling his art couldn't touch yours. But now you use all recycled materials, bro. Is that all recycled materials? What kind
well,
of inspired you to that commitment?
besides the resin, obviously,
Yes, yes,
yeah.
of course.
So all the glass that I get is stuff that from doors, windows, sliding doors. I with a wire. I cut the glass apart because they're usually double pane, and I
Yeah,
cut them and separate them, clean them. Shower doors, man. I've mirrors. I mean, it flocks me. I don't know. It was
that's
like the
crazy.
universe.
Yeah.
The universe was like, man, I got probably 1,000 pieces of glass.
Nice, nice, nice.
No,
Oh, like
and
chilling with you right now, you do?
some huge. I got like 30 pieces that are 6 foot by 4 foot, and I have a
Oh
few
wow, man.
I have a few 10 foot by 4 foots. So
That's so
yeah,
awesome.
I want to do a stage somewhere. I want to do the backstage lit up, dude, like
That would be
aqua.
killer, bro.
But
Hell
anyway,
yeah.
yeah.
That's
So
coming.
the glass itself is all recycled. It was meant for the trash. Literally, I stop it before it can actually make it into the trash.
Right.
And
So oh, okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you.
no, you're good. You're good. We're giving it a new life.
That's it. So how do you balance like okay, so basically creating something that is like visually stunning, it's dope, and capturing the spirit of the band. How do you how do you it's how does that process work in your brain? You know, cuz you obviously you're bringing the spirit in, but you're making it beautiful as well. Is there like 50-50, beauty, 50-50 bringing the spirit, or is it just like it once you start it's just like it just goes?
All right, it's a lesson in life. Y'all ready for
Yep.
this?
Yep.
It's be go with the flow. You have
Yeah.
no control, no
Yep.
control. So
Sure.
so I kind of like listen to the band. Every single one I've ever made, I listen to the band. I know who they
Yes.
are and all that. Sometimes I'll research, Google a little bit, like what's their background and that. So I kind of go a little deep on ones that I'm not too familiar with, and then listen to their music. It's
Yep.
kind of like there's people they can see your aura.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
kind of I feel
Kinda
like
like
it's
that.
like that. It's sort
I
of like
feel you. That's
I'm
cool,
getting the
man.
colors come in, and I'm like, okay. Now the actual making of it and all of that, that's where I'm saying you have no control. It is the
Right.
hardest medium. I have literally the last 10 pieces I made. I had a working time of 5 to 10 minutes, and they were all over 5 to 6 foot. So
Wow.
you have to go fast, and you have
Wow, that's
to control, and you just gotta it's like you're dancing with it.
yeah, sure.
You're just,
In the groove.
blending, feeling it. Yeah. And like you're just not gonna like if I said, "Oh, I'm gonna like picture a house and all that." Like, no, it don't work that way because it's always
Right.
flowing, it's moving. Like,
Right, sure.
it doesn't just
Liquid.
yeah.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah, that's so cool, man.
So yeah, so there's you just kind of it's all go with the flow. I mean, there's it will be what it will be, you know,
Yes, exactly.
and that's how you have to
What's
treat
the
life.
response? What's the response from like the fans and the musicians? I mean, I obviously I know Collie Budd's response was huge because he invited you back and you talked to him. But I mean, the fans, like, do you get, I'm sure people are messaging you and commenting, about how dope
Yeah,
your stuff is. It's getting a lot of positive feedback.
Yeah, I mean, definitely they appreciate it. They
Sure.
realize real quick that it's a different caliber. Some of them, it's funny, they don't understand it. They're like, "What? I don't get it. Like, what am I supposed to do?" And
Right,
so,
right.
like it gets funny. And like Kyle Smith, the first time I've given him two. I just recently,
Nice.
actually about 2 weeks ago, he was in St. Aug. I gave him the first of its kind, which was a stand up, a pedestal,
Oh,
bad,
sick.
bad to the bone. But anyway, yeah, he was like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'm like, this is for you, man, as a gift. And he's like, okay, but what do I do? I'm like, put it in your studio, man.
Right. Yeah, man.
Oh,
Put it in your living
oh,
room.
okay. Like you gotta script it a little bit sometimes.
Right.
They all like the elevators at Point Break. So I'm gonna just say it because he said it, so I ain't telling no lie. But Nick
Right.
asked, we're gonna do a collab, one or two collab pieces together.
Oh, sick.
And if you've seen his art, love it, dude. Yeah. We're gonna do something really cool. Should
That's
definitely.
so beautiful, man. I absolutely love that, because a lot of people think, when it comes to collaboration, two businesses coming together, it's obviously two musicians coming together, two bands coming together, but actually artists, like hard mediums, like, your glass or your canvas or anything, collabs like that, those are dope, man, because that's personal. You know what I mean? I know music is very personal, but that art, that's definitely a
Yeah,
personal thing, man. When you're collaborating with somebody on your own artwork, yeah,
yeah,
that's
and
fire.
it's really it's kind of you're changing the landscape. Like
Sure,
that's how music evolves and music changes as you change the landscape of the ears, right?
sure,
So I want to, that high gloss, translucent,
yeah,
look of the what mine looks like, and then you put, a paint over it. It gives it like a
yeah,
third dimension. So
sure,
you're now visually changing somewhat what art looks like somewhat.
yes.
And I mean, it's been done before. It's nothing new, but I love
Still,
the collaboration. I've done a
yes,
lot of them with photographers, even like really
yeah, nice,
wild stuff. And I'm like, let's just because I'm in a gallery, so I know a lot of there's a lot of traffic, a lot of people. I have probably the biggest collection there. And that's a Art Box 137, St. Augustine.
right on. Yeah,
But
shout out St. Augustine.
so yeah, anyway, um it's cool to do collabs, man. It's just it's like, we're both we love racing cars. Why don't we race cars together? See what
Right,
happens,
sure.
or
Yep, yep,
something like
yep,
that.
absolutely.
So
Yep,
it's just fun. And I'm like, I want you to have full freedom, do what you want. I'm not telling you anything. Like, I'll give you if you want to vibe what I feel, but I'm not going to tell you how, what, that's, I
yep,
want them to have their full open door to do what they feel, So
yes.
I think where collaborations go wrong a lot is where somebody's trying to manipulate or control
The
and
other,
yeah, and that's
yeah,
where it gets a little bit dicey, I think. You just keep
sure.
it natural, keep it, it's going to be great no matter what.
That's it. Yeah, and collaboration is everything, man. Yeah, it's one thing to do something by yourself, but we have a big event coming up in October, and like it's building that community. You know what I mean? Building that collective, collaborating with everybody who reaches out and says that they want to work. You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah.
it's so nice to have a lot of hands and a lot of minds and a lot of energy, you know what I mean, focused on one thing. It just makes it so much more beautiful. So,
Oh,
and
yeah.
one thing that you always mention, man, you mentioned never giving up on yourself, never giving up on your dreams. Was there a moment where you almost did, and what kind of helped you keep going through that?
Okay. We go get nasty with it. All right. Y'all ready for some deepness? Because I don't care. I don't care.
Let's go. I don't either, bro. This is an open book
If
for
you
him, brother.
Hey, if you watch Dale and the Z Dubs or even Kyle, that
Oh
hey,
yeah.
life is what it
Yeah.
is.
Oh, I have an interview with Dale. I can't wait to put it out, man.
Hey,
Yeah,
yeah.
pretty much. Yeah, exactly. It's yeah,
Well, I
freaking
was
hilarious.
there when you did the interview with him up at Point Break, actually. I was
Yes,
standing
that
there.
was probably one of the most hilarious times of my life, I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, Dale likes to have fun. We had a
Oh, he
blast.
does. That's a fact. That was a trip.
Oh yeah. But where were we at? Dang.
Oh, I was talking about, how you mentioned never giving up on yourself or your
Oh,
dreams, and where there was a moment where you almost did, and what kept you, keeping on, man.
so all right, we're gonna get deep. So I've tried suicide, man, like 15 times, probably somewhere in that neighborhood throughout my life. Mainly when I was like 18, 19. Um, being alone, right, and not feeling like you matter. I lived on my own since I was 15 years old. You know
Right.
what I mean? I had an apartment, still going to high school, graduated, finished it, and held a full time job. So it was insane. Um, and I was homeless for 6 months through all that. That's a whole nother story. Not no fault of my own or anything. It's just dad went away. I had
Been
nowhere
there.
to
Yep.
go. It was a bad
I can
situation,
relate. Yep.
right? Like 4 months before graduation too. So anyhow, um, yeah. So tough times. And then when I lost the company and, the wife and everything just really shifted a couple years ago. Um, I had to look back and I was like, if I would have killed myself back when I was 18, I've
Right.
been, I've done so many things in my life that I'm so thankful I didn't, no matter how bad it ever got. I mean, homeless, dude, that's why my compassion runs really, really deep for people.
Right.
It's because I feel all that most people have really been through in a sense, not on a specific level, but on a form of it. And um, so when I was standing there, you got that choice, but I'm looking back, all the things I've traveled the world, I started huge companies. I mean, all the things that I've done was like, that would all never even happen.
Right.
So just push through. But this time I chose my passions. So
Nice.
2 to 3 years ago, I said, all right, I'm passions, music, and I'm taking art back up.
Amen.
And and I'm sitting here in my house all by myself. Everything just got flipped upside down completely. And first thing I do, go down to Hobby Lobby. I buy like freaking $300-400 worth of paint and canvas.
Hell yeah.
I'm like, all I know is I'm gonna do it because I remembered a moment back in high school where I remember I had a lot of stress, right? Because I'm homeless and I got to work and I'm like, like, how am I doing this? And I'm
Right.
very sad because I felt very alone. I didn't have a
Yeah.
girlfriend, nothing. I mean, I felt alone in this world, and nobody gave a nothing about me. My mom lived in Germany, so my family was ripped
You're
completely.
spread out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, it was bad. Nowhere to turn. So, yeah. Mm, mm, mm.
I feel you, man.
Yeah,
Well, thank you
yeah.
for thank
So,
thank you thank you for opening up, though, man. I definitely appreciate that.
yeah,
That's not easy for people to do, man.
yeah, it's and that's the thing, man. For everybody, it's like just change your circumstances. Like if you want to be super real with yourself, real at what you should and shouldn't do. You know what aggravates your situations, your surroundings, whatever. Change it. Like you have
Amen.
the dang
100%.
power. I just had everything forced, ripped away from me, gone. I
Right.
don't even have a choice. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? So I see that so clear now, and that's like, don't give up on yourself. Do what makes you happy. It doesn't matter. I haven't worked in 2 years.
Right.
You have no idea. I never looked at my bank account for 15 years. I bet.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
I didn't. I had
Right.
money. It did. That wasn't even a thing. And now I have nothing, dude. You
Right.
try to think about eating and
Yeah.
getting to a show, and man, I've made it back. I didn't even when I left to go to Point Break. I honestly didn't even know if I had the money to get there. I swear.
Yeah. I feel it's kind
And
of liberating in a sense.
but it was so magical. I mean, we got a free place to stay for the whole weekend, which blew our minds. I was with John Schwartz, Swayze's brother. And
Nice. Right on.
yeah, yeah, we're like homies, man. He's been living with me for a few months now, and you know, we just hang out, you know, and go do shows and stuff, and
That's great.
you know, I'm helping him out, and you know, he's helping me out, so it's a great thing. But yeah,
So
it's cool.
so art has healed you. Well, healing you. Straight
Totally.
up. Art and reggae.
Yeah. So when you when you're doing the art, you cannot. It's so difficult to think about something going on in your life. It
Sure.
literally
Yes. That's why I love playing percussion.
you tune everything out. Like sometimes people be talking to me, I don't even hear them. They're like, Steve, 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 Steve. I'm like, oh, what? I'm like, they're like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to talk to you. I'm like, oh, I'm in the zone. Leave me alone. Like, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
But so the moments where you can, and then I have the music playing in the background. So that's the vibration that I'm feeling that, and
Yep.
I'm tuned out, and it's so healing. And you can talk to yourself. Then you got to get to a quiet place. You know, that's why I go
Yeah.
walk. You know, I'll go walk the beach for, you know, I did freaking 12 miles the other night. Didn't even know it
Oh,
in the
sick.
park. I'm like by myself, like, hey, I need to spend some time, you know, with me.
Yep.
And a lot of people don't do that, you know, and you always depend on people, you know, and that's what one of my problems is being like not having somebody around in my formidable years, those early years from 12 years old to like 25.
Sure.
I had nobody, you know. So it
Yeah.
was, I mean, my dad was there here and there and stuff like that, but you know, it just, you have scary thoughts, you know,
Yes.
so you have to make sure how to cleanse yourself and do you know, things. There's a lot of information out there, um but the art definitely heals. I don't think, I think every artist could probably say that. I
Yes.
talked a lot about that, a lot of them, and
Yes.
yeah, they're saying that too.
So I mean, I definitely consider your art like a form of service, you know, like you're giving something or
Well, then you put
healing.
energy, yeah. Then you put
Yeah.
energy. You know, I'm a Reiki 3. Well, I don't really practice. I should, but you know,
Yeah, you're damn right you should.
I'm working on. My life has been so high paced. So here's a little news nugget. I'm selling everything I got, literally. Like,
Nice.
and I have
Are you gonna buy an RV and haul ass?
yeah, an RV.
Nice.
I want to get like 3 to 5 acres and put some tiny homes on it, you know,
Yeah.
and like a garden type thing, kind of like the setup I think you guys got going on down there.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we should definitely talk. That's funny. That's our we have our nonprofit. That's our goal, man. So yeah, without a doubt.
Travel the world, man. I want to
Yeah.
do art and really exotic, like Peru, Machu Picchu. I'm gonna go to Shaolin Temple, do one for
Nice.
the temple, but also do one there. I kind of have I want to do a documentary, traveling the world, doing some like
Yes.
truth, you know, like wisdom, teachings,
Yes.
things
Yes.
like that.
Yes.
And do artwork in these special locations and then bring them back to the US. And then when I get back, you know, I'll have some celebrities that'll be on this trip. You know, it'll be Bali. I'm gonna go to New Zealand with the ancient tribe Moans.
Love New
And,
Zealand, bro. That's
and
definitely a bucket list. New Zealand, big
yeah,
time.
Australia. I have a cousin
That is a
there. He's gonna
spiritual place.
take me in the outback for a couple weeks. Like, I mean, so um, just be free and be in my passion. And man, that's where happiness is. I mean, that's where
Amen.
I feel, you know, and I feel that at these shows. It's like it's a double win.
Double, yeah, man. So let's get kind of deep there. I know you mentioned Reiki, but do you have any specific spiritual practices that guide your day to day work beyond Reiki? If you don't mind sharing.
Um, Yeah, you know, it's a little bit of everything in a
Yeah,
sense. It sounds a little messy, but you know, if it makes sense and it resonates, kind of.
sure. One truth, many paths, brother.
Yeah, you know, religion's kind of organized, and
Exactly.
I think when you get to the core of it, it's what they all were teaching. You
Sure.
know, when
Pretty much.
I try to go to the core. You know, you know, it's simple. It's what they all were trying to teach, and um, so yeah, I do my walks, you know, through nature, stuff like that. I'm actually getting back into qigong because I love qigong. I just been so busy, and that's why I'm trying to slow my life back down a little bit.
Right.
Is just like, wait, so let's slow down here for a second. I want to I want to gain wisdom. I want to go see the Stephen Greers and do like a, you know, what is it called? A E5 or whatever,
Right.
um, Bashar. I want to go meet Daryl Anka, and just, it's just like the music. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I want to meet the best people because to
Yes.
become great, you surround yourselves and you gain knowledge from those people. So, I'm just doing my thing, but I hope
Yep.
at the end of the day, it helps someone, it heals someone, it may save someone's life. Like
Yes.
that, if one time, one life, man. Hey,
It was all
you
worth it.
win,
Yes.
you win. And
Yep.
doing kind things for people is that's like, man, if you feel like crap and you're angry and you're mad and you're running through the store and you're like, oh, and you know what? Grab a candy bar and pay for it
Yes.
first, and give it to one of the kids or somebody. Just do
Absolutely.
something, or
Yep.
pay the lady in front of you,
Yeah.
and you'll instantly just, hey, that person's gonna give you love and be like, oh, thank you, da da da, and now you just reversed everything just like that. So
I
do
actually did that for a guy today. He was asking for change, and I was honestly I didn't have any change. But I had half of a sandwich left that I had just got, and I looked at the sandwich and I was like, "Are you hungry?" He goes, "I'm starving," and I was like, "Here you go, man." And
bam.
he was like, "Thank you
I
so
have to
much."
do
We were
that.
sitting out in an intersection in 113-degree heat index weather, and I was like, "This poor guy," you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
No, it's
he was
compassion.
he had a smile on his face, and I was like, so maybe not this poor guy, like maybe this, this he seemed, he seemed happy, but when I gave him that sandwich, it was you know it
His stomach
I'm
smiled.
yeah, I'm glad I was able to give it to him, but it does feel good to do things for other people, to be in service of others. I think is probably the most important thing anybody could ever do in this
Hey,
entire
that's
world.
why we're here, because then we'd be here
Yeah,
all by ourselves, right? Why would
that's
there
it,
other
man.
people, right?
Yep.
But yeah,
Amen, bro. So, what's a dream collab of yours? I know we talked about collaboration this entire podcast. What's a dream collab that you haven't done yet that would love to? And I hate to use the word dead, but if it could be somebody that's deceased, like me being an artist, I would love to have worked with Andy Warhol, bro, because he's
uh,
such a fucking nut. You know what
yeah,
I mean? Like I can imagine working with that guy for 20 minutes. I'd be like, would definitely be life changing. So,
yeah.
what's a dream collab of yours?
All right, so
Doesn't
you're gonna have
doesn't
to,
have to still
hey,
be with us, but
you're gonna have to look these up now, because these are newer, but they are sick.
oh man, your head is hitting that light. I thought that light was like 10 feet behind you, and I was like, that thing keeps moving on its own, man.
Yeah, that's
I
the
didn't realize
energy,
it was an
guys.
inch from your head.
Hey, we're
I
now
wasn't gonna
we
say
can't.
anything, but I was like, dude, there's some fucking. This is some spiritual shit, man.
That's good. So, all right. So you have to look these guys up. They're wicked, though. First A1, because he works with glass, and what this guy does with glass, it's insane. It's crazy. Simon Berger from
Okay.
overseas, over in Europe.
Okay. All right.
He chisels glass as
Yeah,
portraits. Insane.
and doesn't break it. That is so wild to me.
Well, I know how he does that. That's easy. But all of them,
Right.
all of them, and I've done it. I've done the same thing because well, after seeing that, I was like, oh, I bet I could do that. I did. But one thing I wanted to do is all his pieces have no color. and I
Okay.
want to add the color to his
Nice. Right on.
design.
That
It's
would be
never been
cool.
done, and I know how to do it. So I'm like, this is easy. And it'd be his stuff goes for millions, man, millions, millions. It's crazy.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
Wait, so it has no color, but like the way he chisels it, like if you hold it in light, I'm sure some parts are
That
dark and
white,
some
yeah,
parts are light, right?
the powders, when you crack it, like kind of.
That's cool.
But look him up. Yeah, he's insane. And then you got Michael David David Michael Mayo. There we go.
Okay.
Super cool dude. Very deep, very into the mystics. I would say. Um,
Yes, yes,
more,
I'm heavy into mysticism too. Yes, big time.
yeah. And probably I'd say like 60, but all tatted up, really cool, really down to earth, a lot of
Nice.
wisdom. He talks. He's got some good stuff to say, and his artwork's phenomenal. So I definitely
Great.
that. And then I'm trying to think of the one. I keep wanting to say Rembrandt, but I don't think it is. Um, they had a gallery here in
No,
St.
no.
Augustine for a while.
Oh, I was just gonna. Oh, no, no, St. Augustine. Have you heard of that glass gallery in Clearwater? What's it called, babe? The Choluli. They do
No.
the glass blowing.
Oh, well,
Oh,
yeah.
it's in Clearwater, bro. They have a massive, fucking huge studio. And I mean, I'm talking, there's some pieces in there that have got to weigh 3,000 pounds.
Oh,
And
wow.
it is, dude, Steve, man. Yeah, I will send you the link when we get off this podcast. The Choluli or, yeah, Choluli. It's the glass blowing, but bro, to see how they do it from
Oh,
start to finish, they
it's,
throw it in the oven, pull it out, and dude,
yeah, I
it
think
makes,
it has an
bro,
A. I think it's Cholulia with an A
I
on it.
think so.
I think I
That's
just
it.
seen that recently. Yeah.
Steve, man, look
Virginia.
into it, man. We should take a ride out there one day, bro. It is
Yeah.
mind blowing, and bro, you can literally be 100 yards away from these ovens that they're putting the glass in, and
Oh,
you
yeah.
feel that fucking heat like it is dead ass summertime, man. It is hot, but it is it's, it's wild, man.
I used to melt plastics in big, huge, freaking 2-ton vats, massively hot.
Oh yeah, yeah, right.
Yeah, like so many million BTUs. Yeah, it was insane.
That's
But
something like
yes,
you fall into and you come out like a superhero, Plastic man.
yeah.
That's dope, man. Right on, but very cool, man. So how do you envision the future of Liquid Vision's art, man? Do you have any specific big projects that you're working on? I know you were talking about the collaborations that you got coming up. Is there any are you going to keep it what you're doing now in this direction, or do you have anything like specific that you're like have pinpointed? You're like, I'm doing this in the future. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So reason being selling my house will then afford me to expand
Oh
the
yeah,
visions. I
you gonna have
want
your own
to,
studio?
what's that?
Yeah, sorry, your own gallery, like your actual own.
Um, that would be nice. I'm letting the
Yeah,
universe, I'm letting everything flow
yeah, sure. I feel you. I
figure
feel you.
stuff out. I'm going to be sitting, I'll have some money set. And when the
Right,
right opportunity and the right thing comes, I can snap on it. So, but
right.
yeah, I'm believing in myself and selling what I got to basically build it. So, you want to talk about risk and fear and all that? You just
Yes.
let all that stuff go and say, there's been way too many signs, people giving me glass and just weird things that are very supernatural happen that I'm like,
Yeah.
no, I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. I know what I got to do. And so, yeah, I'm going to expand into probably other genres. I
Okay.
think I could have, country music I'm okay with it.
Yeah. Oh,
But
I
I think
love country. I don't give a shit. I love it.
yeah,
I really do.
there's a message there, obviously,
Yes.
and
A big one.
DJs especially. I've talked to several DJs,
Yeah.
so
Yep.
everybody can relate to this. So if you're a DJ, hit me up.
Yeah. I
So
used to DJ techno.
v- visualize this. You have your fold out table, right? You got all your equipment
Yep.
on it. So I would have a thing made that clamps to your fold out table on a piece of plexiglass with a design made and your logo, and it's all lit up from the back. and then as you're DJing, you're advertising your stuff all lit up but sexy.
That's awesome, dude. Hell yeah. Yeah, that's cool, man. I owned a really, really, really big breakbeat label called Funky Flavor Music back in the day. For about 10 years I had the label, and your art would fit so well. I mean, it fit everywhere, but I mean, you could blow up in like the techno like
Oh, yeah.
EDM scene too. Those big pieces with hanging them up in front of the lasers and the lights,
Oh,
man.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
We did
that's
that for
awesome, dude.
Zootopia. This past Zootopia, I made them a huge stage piece out front, and it was one of the sickest pieces I've ever made. I put a UV reactive pigment in it,
Sick.
and yeah, that one, oh, man,
I'm gonna have to contract you for a small Hippie Fari
oh,
piece with
no, hey, I got you. That's part of the gift that I love to give. So, and
that's awesome.
I'm appreciative and respectfully just thankful to be talking to you. Like it feels good to somebody sees you. I guess Uh,
Yes, I do, man, and I love you know, because like I said, I love art. Some of the stuff I said hanging back here. Like I said, I just do random stuff. I love taking old vinyl and like repainting them and just repurposing stuff. I like building stuff out of nothing. My wife's favorite piece, I took an old mixer, took the whole thing completely apart and got an old like painting from an IHOP wall and slapped a vinyl record on it and took the parts of the mixer and kind of glued them on. So she calls it's like deconstructed art. I
yeah,
deconstructed it and put it back on so the knobs still turn. This is really cool, but like it is healing, man.
yeah.
Like when you get into it, and I'm glad you were on because I need to get back into the art big time because when I'm doing it, it's for me it and not an escape. I hate to say an escape because I don't want to escape anything. I want to face everything head on. But it's just a nice tool to have to be able to face things head on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, you look within, and that's
Yes,
how.
exactly. You
What,
look within. Yes. For the next
yeah,
answer, what am I going to do next? Where am I going to put this? What am I going to paint it? Yeah, exactly, man.
yeah.
That's that's absolutely fantastic. So for younger artists who kind of feel pulled towards, blending art with spirituality like you do, do you have any words of wisdom for them or maybe just a little advice? I know definitely don't give up on your dreams, but I I know there's something profound in there.
Yeah, I mean, what works for me is every time challenge yourself. So do something different. So the new Liquid Visions that y'all will be seeing probably at the end of this year. I'm incorporating a lot of technologies. I am. I want to say. I'll say it like this. There will be, I'm going to call it motion art. So stuff
Nice.
like
Okay.
that, mechanical things incorporated. So, and furniture, like I said. So there, I'm just expand. And when I talk to people that are in these galleries, and I'm like, the painting and what you do is not confined to that spot on the wall.
Right.
So think outside all of it. And that's how, like, I mean, there's been a lot of artists and stuff and made things for bands and things like that. Um, and it's just, I wanted to take it to this little bit of a different spot, where I don't know, it's all the
Where it
same.
where it transcends everything.
I guess,
Yes.
I mean, I respect everything and all styles, everything. So I mean, nothing's and it shouldn't is not better than the other. You know what I mean? But
Right.
yeah, putting the energy, going to the Energy Enhancement Center, which is scalar
Right.
wave technology, and pumping it into your piece as you're making it, where
Oh,
you're
dude.
you're taking
Yes.
science and applying it. And
Yes.
so the thought process is this is what I'm getting to the younger ones. Your thought process needs to evolve so you can expand it beyond anything. So you're always searching, you
That's how
know.
revolution starts, baby. It all starts. It's in the mind and in the
Yeah,
heart.
like for my backsplash in my, in the house. So I'm like, I want to see what I could do and make my artwork the whole entire backsplash with the
Hell
cutout,
yeah.
with where, your receptacles are, everything. And dude, it's, you know what I mean? So
Yes.
then I came up and blueprinted a factory that would manufacture that, where you could go to Home Depot and Lowe's and they're on these giant rolls like carpet, and they're different designs, and they're on these big rolls, and you cut however many feet you need for your backsplash. And now I got a multi-million-dollar company that's pumping product
Yes.
out
Yep. Yep.
from artwork. So think
Yep. Yep.
further and further and further, not
Sure.
just something on a wall. I mean, that's cool if that's, but
Yeah. Sure.
the enjoyment and the passion really builds, and then you get your confidence, and then you know what I mean? It's
Right.
so rewarding. So
It is.
don't think I was not taught. I don't, you know what I mean? I'm going
Yeah.
all
Eddie Van
through.
Halen didn't know how to read sheet music, brother.
Yeah, I don't either. And I'm producing albums, and I don't even,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
but
Yep.
if you want to do anything in life, you really want to do it. If you're a drug addict, you're going to go find drugs. You know where to go. You
Yes.
know you're going to get them, and you'll do
Yes.
anything to get them.
Yes.
And I know a lot of people like that. I ain't lying, and it's sad. But take that determination, that drive, that will, and flip it to something good, like
Positive.
that
Yeah.
is gonna help you.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
that easy, I mean, it's.
Amen.
I mean, I won't say it's that easy, but
But
to
I feel
think
you.
that
Yes.
thought, that
The
thought.
thought process is there. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man.
So that's the passion right there.
That's awesome. And that is passion, man. You can't make that shit up. You know what I'm saying? That is reality. I love that, man. That's beautiful. So, um, I would personally call you successful from the first piece that I ever saw of yours. I would be like, this guy is a success. But to you, what does success look like to you? At this stage of your journey, do you feel like you've reached that pinnacle of success, or
I think
obviously there's not a dollar sign on it because art transcends money. It's not about money; it's about passion. But I mean, do you have like a pinnacle that you want to reach where you're like, okay, now I'm successful, or do you already feel like you are? Because I personally feel like you are. Like I said, when I first saw your first piece, I was like, this is a successful artist. To be able to pull something off like that is
yeah, that was trick. It
right
was
up.
trick, but it was pure
Yep.
belief in myself and determination. It was like
Right.
rise up. I go to rise up without a ticket, without anything, no
Yep.
money. I'm sleeping in my car in a
Yep.
parking garage,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I just got this piece, and I want everybody to see it. And
Yeah.
I get there, and 2 hours later, I'm backstage, and everybody's signing my all the piece.
It's crazy.
I mean, Brett from Pepper. I mean, dude, everyone. And I'm
Yeah.
just like, this is so like
Yes, that's success.
supernatural. How did even the security? Everybody was like, "How the hell did you do that?" I said, "I
Right.
just walked in with it. They all let
Yep.
me in." The truth
Well, I
is,
mean, if someone sees
I'm
you carrying
sorry.
some shit like that, you look official.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
but yeah, it's just it's wild, man, and it's.
You know what would be
Like I
cool,
said,
bro?
I'm coming. So this is just the scratch. So I have not made a dollar. So this is
Right,
so
right,
everybody
right. I
knows. For
feel
a
it.
whole a year, I've just been. I've got
Yeah.
probably $60,000 worth of merchandise out there,
Yeah,
and
but you've done things that nobody else has done either. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like being backstage, getting all those guys to sign out, walking right up to Collie Buds, talking to him for 30 minutes. Like, you can't put a price tag on that.
no, exactly. Like that's
No
why.
way.
So getting back to your question is I'm gonna do. I want the bands to make money. So Fortunate Youth. Oh, and I'm gonna show you an exclusive that I have
Yeah,
coming.
yeah, yeah. Let's see that.
Um,
And that's a good time now for everybody. If you're listening on Spotify, if you're listening on whatever you're listening on, go to YouTube. Actually, go to Google. Type in YouTube Hippie Hippie Fari Fari, and look for the Steve Makosch podcast. And it's the video, and he's gonna go show us some of his stuff right
I
now.
can't turn the camera, can I?
Yeah, there's a little thing.
The three
What's
buttons.
it?
No.
Yeah, it's a button where it flips. It's actually a picture of a camera with like two arrows on it, I believe, and it should flip the camera right around. I'm the same
Uh,
way, bro. Reading
no,
glasses
my,
on, staring at the phone, have no idea what the hell I'm looking at.
that's old schooler. No, I don't see it. It don't do a flip. All right, I'll try my best. All right, so,
I can
um,
still hear you. Yeah, just talk loud. Oh,
all right,
cool.
so fortunate you. I went down there with 20 pieces, all made, designed. I had a conversation with
Dan,
Dan,
nice.
and he was like, "Yeah, all right." He's like, "All right, I'll give you a shot, whatever." So next time they were around, um, I had them ready, and you know they're so these are going up for sale. We're gonna do some draws. We're gonna do some raffle, waffle, whatever you want to call it, and
Right.
give those away. I'll give you that. That's on my Square site. They're up there right
Nice.
now, and even the uh, spring break. I have Florida Grows Festival, all the
Nice. Nice.
signatures, even the tattoo artists, the muralists. Like, dude,
You're
I
coming
got
to mine in
everybody.
October, right? October 18th and 19th?
Oh, I'll be there. That's my favorite
Yes.
venue. Florida Grows, love them
Oh,
big
no,
time.
no. Well, oh, is that the weekend of Florida Grows? 18th and 19th?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
No, 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 no. It's not. It's not. No, my event. I'm doing the one Awaken on the River out here where I live.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
18th and
hey,
19th. Yeah,
I'll,
yeah.
I'll,
Your presence
I'll,
is definitely gonna be here.
I'll probably be there. Yeah. Um,
Probably. Don't even give me that, bro.
No, I got you. I got you. So anyhow, so we did this big signature collections. They're all vetted and certificate of authenticities, all that good
Nice.
stuff through the gallery. So these are they will not depreciate in value. I feel happy to know that hopefully as I build everything up, that the people who own my artwork are going to be very happy one day
I can't
when
wait to
those
be an
things are
owner
going to
of
be
it
worth a
myself. All
lot of
right, I'm
money.
getting stoked. Let's see it.
All
Let's
right,
see it.
all right, let's go. So, anybody?
Here, babe, check this out. Yeah, I'm turning the camera so my wife can see.
I'm not gonna be
All
able to
right,
see
so
it.
we
Oh,
got
okay.
I'll look at it later. I can't see you.
All right, nice.
the whole collection right here. So you see who that is,
Oh,
right?
that Cloud 9 is dope, man. Those are pretty.
Yeah. So we're gonna be giving away a couple.
Nice.
Actually,
What, to like
several.
a lucky concert goer?
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, let's
Cool.
give the band something. Now, usually I do that. Like for Tropodelic, I made two pieces, one for Tropodelic, and then one I had them sign, and I gave it to a lucky person in the crowd. And
That's
they just,
cool.
they were like, "What?"
They get
Um,
stoked as hell. How do you pick the person?
I just watch. I watch. I'm like,
Yeah,
who's
see who's
kind of
most
like
into it.
really into it? Who's kind of you watch them sing into it? I just catch the vibe.
Or he just might need it. You know what I mean? This guy just might need something like this tonight.
Yeah, that happened with Propaganda. Did the
Nice.
same thing, and the guy like just he's like, I needed this, dude. This made my freaking day, and
Yeah,
so
yep, yep.
it's powerful, and the bands all sign them. Like these Cloud 9s are gonna get signed on the first,
Sick.
and so
Shout
they'll
out
take them on
Cloud 9
tour.
vibes. Love Cloud 9. Great
Yeah,
guys, man.
yeah. So, but yeah, then we got, some other cool things happening in here. I wish my lighting was a little better, but
That's all right. It works
this
for
is
what
the
it is.
one. This is the one that just kind of just happened July 4th. The movie just came out July 11th, and that's her right there.
Oh wow, that's beautiful, man. And for everybody looking, it's a Superman piece. This is all solid glass. It's the big S. It's beautiful with the
Aluminum.
red and the blue coming out from the S. It's absolutely gorgeous. Yeah. You definitely got to head over to his socials and check out his stuff, guys. This is absolutely incredible stuff, man.
So yeah, so that thing right there is mounted on a TV, which I took a picture of that, and then AI generated it, and it looks like the blue, red, and white are all moving. It's
Oh
sick.
nice, right on.
It's
That's
it,
cool.
it's it's a mind blower. You see that on
Right.
my social, and
Jeez, all that.
you
Oh wow, there you go. Nice pepper one. That's dope.
so that's going on in front of their mic at Kona Town Studios.
Killer.
Yep. So, but yeah, there's a lot more of that kind of good stuff. So
That's beautiful, man.
You know, it's yeah. I wish I had the collection, but like I said, I'm moving right now, so it's been a little bit a mess,
I hear you.
and I had to
Yep.
get rid of my all my collections, and you know they're in storage right now. But
Yeah, and moving glass just sucks in general.
believe
You
it
have
or
to
not,
wrap all your coffee cups in newspaper. You know what I mean? I can't imagine moving all that shit. Like,
well, believe it or not, once you do the resin and the coating and all that on there, it's actually
it doesn't
pretty
really.
strong. It's
That's
pretty
cool. That's cool.
strong. Yeah.
That's
So
cool.
everybody
Well,
gets nervous the way I handle them. They're like,
yeah,
I'm just
right.
like throwing them around, and they're like, "What are you
Yeah.
doing?" I'd be freaking out. So, but yeah, it's cool.
Well, bro, thank you for that tour, man. That's some really beautiful stuff. If you could
Thank you.
leave one frequency, one energetic imprint on every piece, and I know you do, what is it? What is that
Um,
one frequency or that one energy that you leave on every single piece of artwork?
it's actually harmony.
Beautiful. Great answer, man.
Harmony, just chill. So like these
That's
they
awesome. That's what I
yeah, so
do listen.
green and blue is a frequency of healing. So it's that's my
Yeah.
favorite, and so it's and harmony. So it's just a little bit of that.
I'll throw something at you real quick. Our nonprofit, Sacred Eye, we started it as a church, and you have to obviously have a religion, but like a spirituality associated with it, and we came up with it's called harmonic universalism. So harmony is definitely that definitely hits, man. That's beautiful, bro.
Nice, nice.
100%. Yes, sir. Well, thank you, Steve, man. Where can we find you? Every single social media platform. Give us everything right now so everybody can find you. And if they don't, it's their fault, not yours.
Yeah, yeah. So my personal one outgrew so I have Liquid Visions,
Yeah.
which is liquidvisions.art. But the website is being overhauled.
Okay.
And so Facebook, Instagram,
Yeah.
you got Liquid Visions 2024 for
Yep.
Instagram, and Liquid Visions on Facebook.
And it's
And,
spelled just the right way, no Z or anything. It's actually
right,
spelled
correct, correct.
LIQUIDVASIONS. Yep.
We spelled it proper.
Yeah, exactly. Well, a
Proper.
lot of people get freaky. LIKWIDVYZ. You get
Yeah,
all.
yeah, yeah. That's trying
So
too
yeah,
hard.
that's good. You made it easy to find.
I didn't try that hard.
Yeah, I did with Hippie Fari. I was like, I'm the only one in the world. I'm real easy to find, man. You
There you
just
go.
Google it.
Yep, yep.
Well, Steve, man, I can't say enough, bro. This was a fantastic podcast, man.
I
That was
appreciate
great,
it.
bro.
Thank
Got a
you,
lot of
man.
information from you. I think the fans and the people listening definitely got to get an in-depth look at what drives you, what's behind the art. You know what I mean? Not
Yep.
just
And
looking at it, but what kind of drives you on a personal level, which is an absolutely beautiful thing.
thank you.
So
And I actually want to thank some of my fans
yes,
because
please do.
it's like, I try to help people in need, cancer and stuff. I literally got a call this morning. One of my artists that I produced in her album has cancer, and it's got like what did they say, 2 weeks to 2 months to live. It's
Oh
spread through her body. And
man,
I'm like, what? Like, this is sad, So, and you've seen, if you look through my stuff, I've done charities and
sure,
donate, and not to toot my horn or anything like that, but it's bringing awareness and trying to get the
yes,
community to get involved. And this person needs help. Well, these
yes,
people send me things, and make me things, and make Liquid Visions, um, coasters and just all kinds of
yeah,
stuff. And one, she's an artist, and she's like, I just want to do a piece with you. And she made me a skateboard, with my name on it. It says Visions with the definition. It's like, it's cool, like
beautiful.
people give back. And I just like want to thank those people. Like, I'm very humbled by just people liking what I do, and I encourage them to like what they do. You know what I
Amen.
mean? To find it. if you're not happy with things, find that thing to do, that
Yes.
shows your brighter side,
Amen.
So
I
thank
like
you for
that.
that.
Show your brighter side, man. Like Revolution said, living on the bright side of life. It's a beautiful thing, man.
Yep, yep.
Well, Steve, man, I can't say enough. My wife was sitting right next to me the whole time. I know she enjoyed it because she has a huge smile on her face. That's always a good thing. If I look
Ah,
over and she's
cool.
not smiling, I'm like, we got to ramp this up a little bit, guys. You know what I mean? So she's kind of like the little the good meter. There you go.
Yeah.
If there's a smile, we're doing a good job. So that was definitely a fantastic time, man. Can't say enough. It's always beautiful to have artists on, that are involved in the reggae community and pushing our community and our scene forward. But it's nice to have non-musicians, actual, we're all artists, but actual artists that work in mediums and other than music to be able to come on and just share their message of strength and hope and just give us that harmony that we're all looking for in life, man. So massive shout out from Hippie Fari. We love you. Thank you so much. October 18th and 19th. I can't wait to have you out for our event.
Yeah.
Awaken on the River. Your art is going to be it's going to be very, very, very welcome centerpiece to our event, man. I'm definitely looking forward to having you out here, man. Thank you
Well,
so much, dude.
I appreciate
Wow,
you
brother.
guys.
You got
Definitely.
it,
Love
man.
it. Love it.
You
Much
got it,
love.
man. Well, there is strength in unity. So build your community and follow me on Instagram. Follow me on TikTok. Shoot me an email, hippieFariReggae@gmail.com, and check out my website, hippiefari.podbean.com. This is Scotty the High Strung Hippie and Kira the Irie Empress reminding you to speak your mind before somebody else does it for you. And do something nice for somebody today. Grab some flowers for your partner. Smoke out a stranger. Slip the homeless man a buck. But whatever you do, do it from the heart. All good things start with the heart. Peace, love, and Rasta rhythms are all a part of that reggae revolution. One love, fam.
One love.